Mail Card Monday. Well, I don't know about y'all, but it is cold. -10 tonight. Possibly, no, I love the weather. Between 10 and 25 below. Yay. You first. Down. We should probably put 2 of them down. Because splattering. I don't want it. I had to put a whole new cover on my Tim Holtz mat, and it just a hot mess. It was a hot mess. It just turned everything a mess. So I'll bring this down a little bit so y'all can see it. Over so that you can see it. I'm just kind of all up so that you can see before I do it. I'm going to be using just Grit Paste Snowfall by Ranger. I'm going to be using Distress Oxide Tumbled Glass, and this is the refill. Distress Mica Stain in Winter Frost. I'm going to have to do now to get some water. Okay, I'm back. I'm afraid it shut off before I was able to shut it off. Anyway, I ran to get some water. I'm going to be using some red paper. I've got some stamps over there, and I've got some sparkly snowflakes. But before I do that, I think what I want to do is, now this is being very, I'm taking a lot thinking on myself here. I need to do some splattering on here, and this is a brand new laptop. So I'm going to cover the keyboard and I'm going to cover the screen. We're being recorded up above. So once I get the splattering done, well then I can take these off. All right, here I go. It makes me nervous not being able to see what I'm doing. Now let's do this whole thing here. Let me try and take the paint off when I was trying this. I'm hoping you're able to see it all. Yes, I do need this. I'm gonna need my brush. Just want a drop. A drop. Just want this is out of his new line. this on another project, and it really turned out good. And if I'm breaking up, please forgive me. This is a new microphone, and I have yet to get it to work the way I want it to. Now, I have drawn a line in here for a reason. If it gets down in here, it's not a big deal, but what I'm going to do is I want this as diluted as possible. And I'm just going to mix it in here. Best way I know how to splatter is to start out bigger or smaller. Reference. You can do this any way you want. Ranger also sells a splatter brush, but I like this better for smaller projects. Oh, peeping through here. Wonder what that is. Who knows? All right. A little bit. In my brush. I put over here. Stick it over there to dry. Now, gun. I'm just going to give this a quick done. And if you recall, I would go underneath. As a matter of fact, I think I'm the splattering, and if I'm not, let's just put these back, right? Okay. To do. This is dry, and remember, these are playing cards that I have covered with coffee dyed paper. Sorry for the crinkling noise, but I want to fold these in half and use them. Nothing ever goes to waste. I need my spreading blade. I need paste. Whoa. To self. The one thing I do with a lot of my pastes, whether it be gesso or paint, Mod Podge, I will take a piece of lost for words tonight. I apologize. Wax paper and then seal it, but I did not get a chance to do that. What I'm doing here is I want this to be really, really light, like really light in color. Where it's almost white. I want the sparkle of the snow. Y'all had a good weekend, and as usual, I'm waiting to the last minute. That's okay. I don't mind. As I get to bed at a halfway decent hour tonight. We got a day tomorrow. Spending some family time. Tomorrow is not what you would think. Trust me, the more you get to know me, you will know tomorrow is not going to be, or today, I should say, one of your days. But what's going to be happy for us is that Ohio State is playing tomorrow for the national championship. Go Bucks! Yeah, we're huge Buckeye football fans. All right. Okay, so I'm going to hold it in my hand just so I can make it wavy. Oh, can get kind of wavy. This weekend we had 2 feet of snow. My oldest son, since he was on winter break, came and dug my husband and I out because we were stranded. But I mean, we knew the storm was coming, so we made sure that we had, you know, stuff stocked up, you know, in the pantry. This was a football weekend. We had our originally from Cleveland, and I will die a Cleveland Browns fan, no matter how bad they are. It's just one of those things, you know, and when you're in Cleveland and you're a Cleveland Browns fan, you die that way. You just live and die Cleveland Browns. But we live now in Indianapolis, so of course we follow the Colts. If you don't know anything about football, Colts are the for Indianapolis. Today, Buffalo Bills, I believe, played Baltimore. And if you're a Cleveland Browns fan, and if you're my age, you're going to know why making sure that Baltimore Lost fits with my microphone. It's driving me crazy. So I tried to get an older one to fit, and of course it didn't. No, something else that you can do too. And before I do that, I'm going to do this as well. This is Ranger Distress Oxide in old glass, and I'm going to take this. It's just a I'm not even sure. I'm going to put some more texture down here. You know, where you can get things. You can get baby wipes anywhere. They're inexpensive. They will just fantastic. I am going to give this a quick dry. So I am going to, I don't even know how to mute this. I'm going to pause it. Blow dried this. It's pretty dry, but I also like to throw paintbrushes around. So the one thing I think I'm going to do, this up. What's this one? These are, it's clear dimension. All right, that's dimensional. That's like glossy accents. I don't want glossy accents. I want shimmer. I got my Ohio State sweatshirt all washed in my favorite sweatpants. Last. Fun. And here's the thing, is that the game is, I'm not sure where they're playing it, to be honest with you. But Ohio State, which is in Ohio, and we live in Indiana. Actually, we live west of Indianapolis. Funny thing is that for the national championship, they're playing Notre Dame, which is in northern Indiana. So, I mean, it's really kind of funny that we're winners. My Kansas City Chiefs won today. We're Holtz family. When we moved from Cleveland to out here to Indianapolis, it was right when they won their first Super Bowl. So that was really kind of cool. And it was here, it was held here down in, was it that game? It was down in downtown in Indy. You know, if you're a town that gets to host a Super Bowl, it really is. It's like a circus came to town. We're also known for the Indianapolis 500. My advice to you would be, when Indianapolis 500 come to town, stay inside. Stay home. I always seem to get paint all over me. Do is I'm going to draw a line, and I want it straight because I need it straight for the stamps that I'm going to put on. All this is drying. To move this over here. Hoping that wasn't one of my 1, 2, 3 snowflakes. And I would bet you $1 million it was. And it is, and it was. Because I saw it up there. Get out my VersaFine ink. And then for my squishy mat, here it is. Whenever I can, stamp, we'll use these. And where's the there? This is what I use. Sorry you can't see better. I'm gonna try and bring this up. All right, it's Max Pegs uppercase letter stamps. Max Stamp Pegs uppercase letter set, and it's in a typewriter font. I have the uppercase, I have the lowercase. I have letter stamps coming out of everywhere. It's just crazy. Now I need to stop and think. I'm going to need there. Done with the wrapping. I got them out before. So I'm going to use my VersaFine black because VersaFine really gives a nice crisp stamp. Already pulled out the words that I'm going to stamp. Take my other lamps, and I hope it's not too bright on you, but I'm going to turn these down. All right, let's let the, there we go. Had to let it focus. So I see my lines here. And what I'm going to do is this down for a second. I'm going to pull this up. Make the word let. Stamp it once. Make sure it's not on any of the whatchamacallits. And of course, you know I'm shaking. So if I can, I like to clean my stamps off. people don't. Some people do. Be able to get all of this. What I'm going to do is I see ink. This we're just